What's up everybody? My name is Chase with Everett Chevrolet here in Hickory, North Carolina. Today I am showing off this 2026 GMC Sierra Denali EV. This is an all-electric truck and it sports the standard range battery pack. That is our lowest range battery pack. You get 283 miles of range. And if you know anything about these Sierra EVs, you know that the max range these can get is upwards of 470 miles of range. And let me explain why this truck will still fit your needs even with only 280 miles of range. So this standard range Denali is meant for a very specific buyer. Someone who's maybe not going to use this as a work truck. Obviously it is a Denali, but it's missing a couple of options like the mid-gate where you could originally fold down the back and get upwards of 10 feet of storage. Now, since you don't have that option and since you have the smaller battery pack, I imagine this is perfect for your city commute car. If you need to still commute in a truck and you need all the storage that you can get in the bed of your truck and up front in the frunk, then this truck is perfect for you. I can't imagine someone is commuting over 280 miles a day. That sounds a little bit ridiculous. So I think this 605 horsepower all-wheel drive beast is gonna do just fine to get you back and forth to the office and to your kids' ball games. Underneath the hood of the Denali EV, obviously you don't have a gas-powered engine, you have a storage area. So you have two cup holders, you have a power outlet, and here is your dual level power charging cord. Other than that, you have some tie downs for anything that might be moving around up here. And if you spill anything, not a big deal. You have a drain plug. GMC thought ahead on that function right there. Other than that, you don't have to get under your hood for any mechanicking other than refilling your windshield wiper fluid. And it is a power operated system, so you cannot manually close this with your hands. You will actually hurt this vehicle. So you're gonna have to take your keys, double tap twice and hold down, or use the button inside the interior of the vehicle. You actually also have a button for around back for your tailgate, and these automated systems make it super easy if you're coming to your vehicle with your hands full of groceries or items that you need to store. Let's go around and check out the back. So around back, we have our multi-pro tailgate. This is outfitted on a lot of our gas and EV trucks, but what I like about this is that you have the option to open just the top half or both. So if I wanna do both, I'm gonna hit that and it'll fall down into a formation where I can manually open up the step and I can climb inside. It's very easy, no handrail necessary. Most people can do it. Now, what's important about this bed being only 5.5 feet long because you don't have a mid-gate is you have a power supply. This is an option, factory option. You are able to plug up to your house and act as a generator, or you can plug up your tools and use this function right here. Before we go inside, one last thing I wanted to touch on. This being a standard range, you're gonna need all the help you can get with preserving the amount of mileage that you're gonna get. So you get these black inserts on your 22-inch wheels, and that's gonna really increase the aerodynamics of this vehicle and help you save on some range. Now, these 22s are surrounded by all-season Bridgestone tires, and they're gonna keep you on the road safely and effectively, especially with how heavy this vehicle is. Now, the one downside to this Denali is that you do not get air ride suspension. That is an option on a lot of Denalis. This one opts for non-air suspension. Now, if you're someone who's an off-road enthusiast, you might like that a little bit better because it's a less moving parts and just all around a simpler system to use. Other than that, let's go check out the inside. There is a desert dune interior waiting on us and it is phenomenal. Simple as that, hands-free. There is no on or off button. There is no key to turn. It is just press on the brake and go. Of course, there are some beautiful chimes to listen to. If you heard anything that I was saying other than that, just know that this desert dune interior is one of a kind. It's not an option on a lot of these Denalis, and I think it really pops with this Onyx black exterior. On the inside of this GMC Sierra, you're gonna get your standard 14-inch display. This thing is massive, bigger than most entertainment systems that you are going to get in any vehicle, and it's very responsive. Now, you don't get Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, but having Google built in with a voice assistant is perfectly fine with me. You're able to easily listen to your music, share a screen with your audio and your maps, or you can just watch maps, and it's huge. Very responsive system, and I can really appreciate that. You do get Super Cruise on this Denali. That is General Motors hands-free driving system. You still have to look at the road and pay attention, but it is really great driving on the interstate. All right, so we are in the backseat of the Denali EV, and that was from my same driving position. I did not move the seat up at all. I have over 6 inches of room here, and I really think this is comfortable for any size passenger. Of course, you do get heated seats in your second row, and you get a power outlet as well as storage. Now, that's not all the second row can do. Of course, if it had a mid-gate, you could fold this seat flat. Other than that, you open this up, you have storage underneath your seat, and underneath that seat is your Bose Premium Sound System subwoofer. So that about wraps up my take on the 2026 GMC Sierra Denali EV standard range. Now, this was missing a ton of features that you might find on your fully loaded max range editions. However, if you do not need all of those options like air ride suspension or 24-inch wheels or a mid-gate for 10 feet of expanded storage, go with this one right here. It's gonna fit most people's needs. Most truck owners don't use their trucks as trucks anyways in the first place. So this one has arrived discounted on the lot for $1,285. That's a pretty steep discount on a 2026 very sought after model. Mind you, we are diminishing our electric supply, and they are not gonna be back as often as you might want them to be. So these are going away, and they were here for a very brief and short time. I think it is a very special buy if you do get it right now for the price of $72,205. So you're saving upwards of $20,000 by not getting those options in the max range Denali. So if you think that's a great deal, come down to Everett Chevrolet. We have a few options in our Silverado EV and our Denali EV formats. If you don't quite need any of that bed space, go ahead and opt for a Hummer EV. They're fast, they're fun, and we have a couple of those too. We'll see you soon.